Hi, dear audiences. On behalf of Dr. Agarwal's Institute of Optometry, I would like to welcome you all for the fifth episode of Optometry Series. I would like to thank each and every one of you for providing the constant support since the beginning. In this very good moment, I really miss our HOD of Innovation and Research, Ms. Maheshwari ma'am. Ma'am was not able to join us today, but through Maheshwari ma'am, we got a pearl of a person. So we have Mr. Usman Memon, sir. Thank you so much for joining, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. So thank you so much, sir. Dear audience, today's topic is soft toric lens fitting. And I would like to welcome the MC for today, Ms. Sabah Fatima from second year from Dr. Agarwal's Institute of Optometry to introduce today's moderator. Hi, Sabah.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Yes, Sabah. Please start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my immense pleasure to welcome each one of you for the fifth episode of Optometry Series. The topic for today's session is soft toric lens fitting. I'm very pleased and honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Usman Memon. Sir got his diploma in optometry from JPMT School of Optometry. He did his B Optom from the Miraj College of Optometry and completed a master's degree in optometry from NIMS Jaipur. Currently, he is pursuing PhD in myopia control with MFCL from Gujarat University. Sir is a fellow of International Association of Contact Lens Educators since 2008 and is associated with contact lens training and teaching at various institutes of optometry. Sir is assigned as a key opinion leader by a few contact lens companies to train fellow optometrists and opticians to dispense appropriate contact lenses. He is currently associated as visiting faculty for contact lens with B.N. Patel College of Optometry, Gujarat. Sir is the consultant for contact lens at Sri CH Nagari Municipal Eye Hospital, Ahmedabad. He is also the senior consultant for low vision contact lens and pediatric optometry at Bangalore Retina Clinic and Laser Center, Ahmedabad. Sir area of interest are specialty contact lens, including GP, scleral, orthokeratology, and myopia control management. He has
Sabah, check your connection.
to start the session.
Thank you, Sabah. Sir, today we have Ms. Anushka, a third year student, as a speaker, sir. She's ready with the presentation. Yes, Anushka, we'll start.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anushka from C15 batch, and I'm doing my third year from Dr. Agarwal's Institute of Optometry, and I'm here to present my topic, toric soft contact lenses. Soft contact lenses. Spherical soft contact lenses still have a place in correction of astigmatism. In presence of 4:1 sphere to cylinder ratio, in low cylindrical prescriptions up to 0.50 diopter, spherical soft contact lenses become an obvious choice. But as the cylindrical prescription exceeds 0.75 diopter, visual acuity becomes unsatisfactory. Astigmatism. The word astigmatism is derived from the Greek word meaning without and stigma meaning point. Optically, astigmatism is a refractive condition in which a point object is not rendered as a point image by an optical system. In the context of the eye and contact lenses, astigmatism is the existence of meridional difference in the refractive power. The image formation through a toric cornea is well represented by conoid of Strum. This image depicts the conoid of Strum. There is a spirocylinder which has two meridians. horizontal, and vertical, respectively. The yellow rays are from the vertical meridian, and blue rays are from the horizontal meridian. Blue rays from the horizontal meridian forms the first focal line, produces vertical image, and second focal line after the first focal line produces horizontal image. The gap between the first focal line and second focal line represents the conoid of some.
Okay, let's get into some interactive part of the session by adding some few basic questions. Participants who are joining in Zoom as well as in YouTube, try to answer in the live chat box. So first question is the type of astigmatism based on meridional orientations? We'll just wait for 20 seconds, then we'll proceed. Yes, Anushka, proceed.
Soft toric. One of the options for the practitioner is to fit a soft toric lens. This has the comfort advantage of soft material and improved visual performance over the other soft lenses. The correction of astigmatism relies on the principle of collapsing the Strum's conoid. Why soft torics? To correct astigmatism in patient, spherical soft contact lens failed to mask astigmatism of more than 0.75 diopter. RGP lenses cause discomfort to patient. Soft toric contact lens should be prescribed. Soft toric lenses with reference mark. When fitting toric soft contact lenses, it is essential to know where and how reliably the lens is orienting on the eye. Hence, some form of the reference mark is required if the dynamics of orientation are to be assessed accurately. These are the some references. And here, this represents the reference mark of 6 o'clock meridian, 5 o'clock meridian, and 7 o'clock meridian.
Okay, the second question for today's session. Does reference marks in the contact lenses denote the axis of the patient? Yes, Anushka, proceed.
Stabilization technique, watermelon seed principle. If a fresh fruit seed is squeezed between the thumb and forefinger, rapidly expelled from the convergent shape between the fingers. Expulsion is a direct result of one of the two force vectors of the pressure applied by each finger to the seed's tapered surface. Expulsion is facilitated by the slippery, moist surface of the seed. The contact lens analogy to the watermelon seed is the tapered lens edge, especially the taper created by either prism ballast or double slab of design. In this situation, cornea can be compared with the thumb and index finger to the upper eyelid. The tear provides lubrication and the lid tonus provides the squeeze pressure attempting to expel the lens from under both lids. Prism ballast. Prism is placed at the inferior portion of prism ballast. Prism is placed at the inferior portion of the contact lens. Due to gravity, the contact lens is stabilized. Double slab off. The central portion of the contact lens is thinned. Therefore, the contact lens do not produce prismatic effect and then diameter is increased. Periballast. A minus lens carrier is incorporated in the inferior portion of contact lens and the residual portion is thinned. Discomfort can be reduced because of thinning. Truncation. Truncation generally refers to cutting. In this technique, The inferior portion of the contact lens is cutted, which may produce more lens to lid interaction. And then reverse prism. Base down and base up prisms are incorporated for better stabilization. And these are the examples of stabilization method of toric lens design, highlighting stabilization method and regional variation in lens thickness. AST, accelerated stabilization technique. 4 different thickness, thick zones rest outside open lid, blink returns misaligned lens to settle position.
Okay, quiz number 3. We saw about stabilization techniques. Why do we need stabilization techniques in soft toric lenses? Yes, Anushka, proceed.
Fitting method. Trial lens method, empirical method, mainly use trial lens with toricity widely. Fitting toric contact lenses. A detailed history has to be obtained. Vision check with proper refraction in minor cylinder form should be performed. Lens selection. Base curve is selected by measuring corneal curvature using keratometry. Lens power is selected with the help of refraction. Vertex distance compensation has to be done. Diameter of the lens is selected by measuring HVID. Lens selection. Base curve selection parameters. 0.8 mm is added to flat K. 1 mm is added to average K value. 4 diopter flatted to average K value. Vertex calculation is done for error more than 4 diopters, and astigmatism can be corrected only up to 2.75 diopter cylinder using soft toric lenses. Lens diameter for soft, we add 2 mm to HVID value. Here the HVID, for example, HVID is 10 mm, then we add lens diopter to mm, which will be 12 mm.
Okay, question number 4. We have come with an example. For say, if a patient is having 43 diopter K value at 90 axis and 47 diopters K value at 180 axis. So in this, among this, tell me which is the flat K and steepest K. Yes, Anushka, proceed.
Insertion and removal technique. Before inserting the contact lens, clean your hands to get rid of dirt. Then place the lens on the tip of your finger and do taco test. Place the contact lens in your eyes. Blink your eye to adjust the contact lens. And for removal, ask the patient to look up or down. Drag the contact lens from the cornea and pinch the contact lens and remove it off. Parameters to check for fitting assessment. These are the parameters: centration, coverage, comfort, stability, movement, lag, and push-up test should be done. Axis rotation should be calculated. Characters for each fit. Optimal fit. Adequately centered, good coverage, good comfort, stable, minimal movement, push-up is equals to 40 to 60%. Steep fit. Adequately centered, good coverage, good comfort initially, stable, no movement with blink, push-up is less than 40%. Tight to move the lens. Flat fit, poor centration, poor coverage, poor comfort, unstable, excessive movement with blink, push-up is equal to less than 60%, easily fall off or displaced. After adaptation, comfort in ideal fit will be comfortable lens 8 by 10, none or minimal lens awareness in loose fit, uncomfortable lens 7 by 10, significant lens awareness even after extended adaptation period, tight fit, comfortable lens 8 by 10, none or minimal lens awareness. Vision in ideal fit, crisp, clear, stable vision, precise over refraction with clear endpoint. Vision in loose fit will be variable vision or immediately post blink. Vision in tight fit will be variable vision, improves immediately post blink. These are the other characteristics after adaptation. This is the first image represents the ideal fit, and the second image represents high riding, and third image will represents the low riding. Fitting procedure. Step 1, perform refraction and write prescription in minus cylinder form. Step 2, perform keratometry and add 0.8 diopter to flattest meridian. Step 3, perform vertex distance compensation for sphere and cylinder. Step 4, choose a toric trial lens. Step 5, assess contact lens. Step 6, assess rotation. Axis compensation. Last rule, from the practitioner's view, if the degree of rotation towards right, the amount of degree rotated will be subtracted in the final axis prescription. If it is towards left, it will be added to the final value. Clockwise addition and anti-clockwise subtraction. Compensation is done only if rotation is less than 20 degree. More than 20 degree rotation, lens design has to be changed.
Okay, the last question for the day. We saw about axis compensation. In that, you would have mentioned about LARS and CAAS. Please explain what is LARS and CAAS. Yes, Anushka, proceed.
Complications. Some of the possible complications with respect to soft contact lenses are grouped below. Physical factors, physiological factors, visual factors, pathological factors, wearer related, and environmental related. Some of the examples are neovascularization and Memonian gland dysfunction, CL-induced papillary conjunctiva, CL-induced acute red eye, CLAR. These are my references, Ayakul and Washanlam. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka.
Thank you, Anushka. Wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anushka. Now I request Usman sir to kindly share few pearls.
So Anushka she has done a good job taking into all basics, but few things from my practice I would like to share is when we are picking up the soft toric contact lenses, initially it was said 0.5, 0.75, give the spherical lenses. I think this was true, or this can be done only in those people whose work profile is not very keen. But now when whole generation is shifting towards screen time or screen users, even a 70-year-old person is a screen user today. So it's a right time for a practitioner to advise a toric contact lens, and do not sit back in a chair thinking if I give spherical lens, because the technology has changed a lot. Manufacturing of toric contact lenses, it is very simple and very equal giving spherical soft or toric soft contact lenses as a dispenser with some crucialities, but again, manufacturing has taken care and it has become really easy. So I would say don't let back yourself or have a doubt in mind. Should I prescribe or should I not? If it is, do prescribe. Do prescribe. And if limitations of availability of contact lenses 2.75 cylinder, you can make to order lenses, and you can give even higher prescription cylinders to patients with made to order contact lenses, and modalities can be decided by you. The other thing I think so which Anushka has missed was about stabilization. Yes, you use once you fit the trial lens, you see how the lens is oriented in the eye with the markings which are there for our guidelines. But those markings I have seen in many practitioners and students as well. They feel that markings should be at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock only, or at 3 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 12 o'clock. Now, if corneal toricity, corneal eccentricity is such that when lens with the actual axis get rotated and fit on the cornea, and if your marks are shifted instead of 5, 6, and 7 to 4, 5, 6, you will do or you'll apply Lars rule, LARS, and or CAS rule, and after that, when you reorder the lens for that eye, yet the orientation marks would be seen at same position. Don't try to hunt, oh my God, now again it is the same problem. In initial lens, vision would have been down with respect to cylindrical prescription by line or two. Now the patient's vision would be optimum. So this is where you have to check, and don't hunt for reverse fitting or orientation of marks. No, that will never happen. The new lenses, which Anushka said, that is accelerated stabilization design, is the best design currently available with every company, and with any mode of setting, the lenses orient to the axis of eye, and you don't have a blur vision in any situation. Just an example, say it's an prism ballast, and because it works towards the gravitational force, and a person needs to do a Shirshasana, he'll have a blur vision. But here in accelerated stabilization design, this will not happen. So these are the few tips which I felt I should share with you people. Any questions from your end, or Anushka or anybody, I would be happy to answer.
Yes, sir. We got a couple of questions from Zoom audience, sir.
Please, ma'am.
Yeah. The first question is, in loose fit, it is stated vision worsen post blink, and in steep fit, it improves after blink. Why?
Okay. In loose fit, when I'll say it's a steep fit, so it's on a cornea. When it's a steep, you say this is the steep. So when there is a blink, the lens takes the contour of the eye due to the lid pressure. So post blink, it is clear and it comes back again to the same shape. So this is the reason where it becomes clear and unclear. And in loose fit, what would happen is the reverse. Now here this is happening, but when you're pushing, lens get dislocated more, and that happens here. So in both the situation, you would have the vice versa blurring of vision.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. The next question is, if complications come, can they continue to wear contact lenses? I think this is a very common question that not only comes in soft toric, but in any contact lenses. So can they continue to fit contact lenses, sir?
I would say try to resolve the complication. Complication is because of what reason is very important. Yes, in complicated condition, when condition is aggravated, patient is supposed, you have to tell your patient not to wear the contact lens or refrain the contact lens. Once condition is resolved fully and your patient is asking for a contact lens, do not say no. But now you find out in the previous lens what was such situation or why that happened. And when you are prescribing again, it should not happen. So it is a lens fit, it's a lens design, it's the material, it's the environment guidelines, work guidelines, what you have to tell your patient, or the protective wearing over the contact lenses. Those all factors should be tapped, checked, advised, and taken care when you are re-prescribing a next contact lens to the patient. There is no for it. There's only no when there is a inflammation or infection on the eye in the active stage.
Thank you, sir. The next question, why there are reference marks in contact lenses, in toric contact lenses?
Those reference marks are for practitioner to understand how lens get oriented on the eye. If there is a cylindrical lens and if there were no orientation mark, and if lens is getting rotated, how would you know how much it has rotated, right? So these are reference marks. As I always give my students an example of progressive lens, progressive spectacle lens. There is a reference line, right? And with that reference line, you can remark your lens. You can recheck your lens. Same reference marks are for us to understand if you have done some mistake or there is some rotational orientation mistake in the eye, how we have to correct it. So that marks are for us to give a better fit.
Okay, yeah, thank you, sir. The next question, if residual astigmatism comes, what should be done?
Okay. I think if you have not done a right refraction, a residual astigmatism is expected. So I think you will have to do a proper cycloplegic refraction. If you are getting a residual cylinder, even though you have done a previous refraction, it is at most required because you were sure that this is the cylinder and residual refraction is not required, number one. Number two, always check yourself the component of cylinder in your subjective refraction and the component of cylinder which is there on the cornea. So corneal astigmatism and the astigmatism which is as a whole, which we say corneal plus internal. So that internal astigmatism may be there, which you have missed, and now it is reflecting as a residual astigmatism, where then you may have to think about some different lenses which take care of residual refraction. At most, if that over refraction or residual cylinder is not too high, then for a precise vision, you can give them in spectacle if it is internal for a particular crucial time. Otherwise, a half line down should not make a much of issue.
Yes, sir. We got another question in YouTube, and we'll come back to the questions on Zoom once again, sir. From YouTube, yeah. So we have our general manager of our college. So he has asked a question. Yes, Amsa sir, we are addressing your question now. Please give some tips on how to explain toric lenses to the first-time wearer patients. So how do we discuss with first-time wearers?
Okay. I always explain what I explain. I think I should tell same thing to you people. Whether it is right or wrong, you people are a right judge. But my patients get understanding well with what is the lens I'm trying to say. So first and foremost, I tell them that our cornea is expected to be like a spherical ball or like a volleyball, which is in a sphere, but your cornea is right now having a two different curvatures like a rugby ball or an egg shape. So your two meridians require two different corrections. So if we are opting a spectacle as a correction, we are going to give you a cylindrical lenses or astigmatic spectacle lenses there. So in contact lenses, we are going to give you the same design, but as a contact lens, a toric contact lens in the eye. And I think that makes more easier for patient to relate between what are the two balls and their shapes they have seen since. Hope I have answered the question
Yes,
or the query.
Another question from sir is, can regular soft toric lenses addresses lenticular astigmatism cases?
Sorry, I did not get you.
Can regular soft toric lenses addresses lenticular astigmatism cases?
Regular soft contact lenses, no. As I said, it's an internal astigmatism, right? If you want to address lenticular astigmatism also, then it needs to be a bitoric contact lens. Okay. And currently what lenses we have are not the bitoric contact lenses. So many times it becomes difficult to address the lenticular astigmatism with soft contact lenses.
We'll come back to the questions on Zoom, sir. It was said only up to 2.75 diopters astigmatism can be corrected. What if it is more than that?
I had already said in my initial guidelines, if it is more than that, you opt for a customized toric contact lenses. There are companies in India as well as abroad who can give you the higher toric astigmatic contact lenses, but they are made to order, right? Also, these toric lenses are available in cross-compound prescription, okay? But the landing time is lot. It takes around about 30 to 45 days for a landing of contact lens. And CooperVision has contact lenses which they give on a monthly disposable silicone hydrogel torics with higher cylinders also and toric components also, cross compound components also. I have many patients on high cylinders. I would say my soft toric conventional contact lens cylinders is still 5.56. And they are happily wearing soft contact lenses. I have not given them RGPs or sclerals only because they have high prescription. My first choice is always, if I can give them soft torics, I give them. Yes, I do one thing. I don't give them for as a conventional yearly use. I ask them to change their contact lenses every 6 months.
Okay, so yeah. The next question, sir. Can you please explain about the modalities that you had mentioned earlier? The modalities.
We have all modalities available. Conventional, yes. Monthly disposable torics, yes. Frequently disposables, we have. Frequent replacement plans. We have also torics available in bi-weekly and dailies.
Okay, sir. So that's the questions. That's where the questions in both YouTube and Zoom, sir. Thank you so much for being so patient and answering for all the questions, sir.
Thank you.
We quickly go through the quiz questions, which were had during the presentation time, sir. So I request Meenakshi to please jump in.
Yeah, thanks, Gomati. As Gomati said, we'll just quickly see about the quiz questions. First question what we had is, list down the types of astigmatism based on meridional orientation. It is nothing but the with the rule, against the rule, and oblique astigmatism. Quiz number 2. Questions were asked like, do reference mark denote axis in the patient of toric lenses? No, it doesn't denote the axis, but we use the reference mark to compensate the rotation in the toric lenses. Quiz number 3 will come back again. In quiz number 4, we have asked that we have given two examples, 43 diopters and 47 diopters. And we have asked you to identify which is flat K and steep K. So the flat is 43 diopters, steep is 47 diopters. The last question is expand LAS and CAAS. LAS nothing but left add, right subtract. So if the rotation is towards the right with the practitioner perspective, we'll subtract. If it is towards the left, we'll add the degree in the final axis prescription. So for CAAS, it is clockwise add and anti-clockwise subtract. So question number 3, I would like Mr. Usman sir to answer about this. Why do we need stabilization techniques in soft toric, sir?
If there was no stabilization technique, your soft lens, like soft lens or spherical lens will keep on rotating on the eye and patient would never have a clear vision. To match the orientation of axis and the ocular orientation of axis to the lens orientation of the axis, we need the stabilization technique.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all with the quiz for today. Thank you, Kumati. You can proceed now.
Yeah, thanks, Meenakshi. So, sir, we got a small announcement. I'll just like to make that announcement as well at this point. So we had EV Memorial from Shankar Netrila, which took place in the last Sunday. And I'm very happy to announce to all our audiences on YouTube that from our college, 10 posters got selected. So congratulations for all the participants, those who have participated. I would like to show the picture of the posters that got selected. So congratulations to all our participants, and we sent much more posters, and 10 posters from the college got selected. And I'm happy to announce that 3 posters, 3 from our students, Hariharan, Hema, Niveta, and Abhirami, they got the prize from the SLR travel grant. So congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for joining with us, sir. And thanks for spending a wonderful time. We are so glad to have you here. We'd like to meet you on next another wonderful platform, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you so much, dear audiences, Zoom and YouTube audiences. Thanks for providing us a support as usual. So I'd like to ask you all, if you got any questions regarding the session, please post your questions in the comment box. We will get back to you with the answers. If you find this video useful, kindly share it with your friends and colleagues. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and share this video. Thank you all. Meet you all in the next episode. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.